We then moved on to looking at al-Aqsa. What is al-Aqsa? How do we understand the demographics of the space of al-Aqsa? And then we're moving on to the first Prophet of Allah mentioned in the Quran with respect to al-Quds is of course Musa alayhi salam. Musa encountered a problem because Allah says to Musa alayhi salam, go to al-Ard al-Muqaddasa, a blessed land. And expecting therefore that his people would all rally behind him, they decline. And they said that there is qawman jabbareen and a big, arrogant, vicious people in the land, and we won't enter the land until they leave the land. And if they leave the land, we'll enter the land. Therefore they made a condition upon Musa saying that we won't go until they leave. So we spoke about cowardice and its opposite as in courage, and the need for courage and the problem with cowardice, what it leads to, stagnation and indifference and so on and so forth. That's where we kind of ended up before we broke off. And then the next verse, which you find over here, is here. This one. Yeah, here we are. Okay. So they said, قالوا يا موسى إن لن ندخلها أبدا ما داموا فيها, that we will never enter it. So she kind of reasserted themselves with a kind of declarative, we will never enter the land as long as they're there. So they wanted to enjoy the landscape of Ard al-Muqaddasa of al-Quds, but not without the effort involved in getting there. Sacrifice, the courage, the fighting involved to get there. They declined doing that. And they said to Musa, فَاذْهَبْ أَنْتَ وَرَبَّكَ فَقَاتِلَا إِنَّهَا هُنَا قَائِدُونَ. They said, why don't you and your Lord go and fight, and we'll sit here waiting for you. Now this is very, very pertinent for many reasons. You see, when they said to Musa, go you and your Lord go and fight, and we're going to stand here, there's a few things, two things I think important to mention. There was a time at Badr, you know, Ibn Mas'ud, Allah pleased with him, says that many people came at Badr to give comfort to the Prophet ﷺ. But he said that Shahidtu min Miqdad ibn Aswad mashhadan. I saw something from Miqdad ibn Aswad. Had I been him for that moment, I would have given everything. So he's saying that if I could have been Miqdad at that moment in time, I would have given everything I have.